Ah, salutations, dear friends, dear youngsters. Welcome you. Congratulations for being regular to learn, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. Maybe this way, sharing this knowledge, understanding it, using it, not only we help ourselves to grow in our life, may we become source of information, inspiration, empowerment to everyone. Thus, the whole country, world of all human beings live a beautiful life of outer prosperity, inner peace, and innermost divinity. That is the idea for which Gita is given by Krishna Bhagavan. That is the idea with which all the saints have spoken on that. With same idea we are also here discussing. And all in goodwill, all is for a divine right purpose. There is no malice, there is no ill feeling, there is no selfishness, there is no ego, there is nothing expected. It's very clear. Feel that, please. Okay. Like every day today also, the three topics. Topic 1, the mantrocharanam. Topic 2, a common sense thought. Topic 3, Gita. In Gita, again, continuation, we have not yet fully completed this sloka number 37. So, we will do that fully today. Mm. Yes, yes. Huh. Then we go to 38. And the topic under discussion is a genuine question by Arjuna. What is that because of which we are committing sin? Even though if you don't want, but as if forced by. Gala daba ke kara rahe humse koi. So the answer given is desire of any type. When it goes beyond limits, then it makes us commit the sin. That topic is going on in the discussion. So we have explained so many aspects of the desires. Do we desire the objects or do we want the happiness? Is there a happiness in the objects? Where is it found? Then how when we run for objects we become slaves to them, and how it makes us commit all the sins as the desires become strong insistences and obstinations in our heart. So this is how we were exhaustively discussing. Today's topic is then what to do. Two things that are how to make the desires noble and healthy and reach to higher goals. Little of that we touch upon after giving the summary of what was discussed yesterday, which we now also shared 2 minutes back. Thereafter, we take up this next shloka 38 and in fact 39. They speak about your and my beautiful wisdom are yet to be gained wisdom and utilization of that wisdom is covered by, is not allowed to be expression by this desire. Therefore, see, this desire is an eternal enemy. That's what Bhagavan says. And thereafter he says, though it is there, but it is at three types or three levels. One can be easily removed, second level can be little tougher, third one you need to wait for those desires to be wiped off from our heart. And always remember, desires are ignoble and noble, dharmika and adharmika. Dharmika we can have. Desires to live, desire to survive, desire to, work hard, desire to be a contributor. These are all also desire, but they're noble. They're not making us do the sin. But the other desires of negativity, the enjoyments, hook or crook, I want my power, I want to be, boss of the others, and etc. These are all the non-positive desire. They will force us to commit sin. And what are the sins and all? We expressed yesterday, day before. It is your job to again and again listen, note down the points, and show your maturity that not only you can listen, you can understand, you can note the point, you can contemplate over, you get convinced about it, and you implement it. And dekhte, from a person of knowing nothing to a person of knowing many things and doing those things and reaching many things. To that personality, you have to grow to. Remember, this age 15 to 28 are the age of investment for the academic knowledge, for the professional knowledge, for the life making knowledge. These years, if you can invest your time, resources, energy for this and equip yourself properly, then the remaining, whatever the number of age you live, up from 30 up to 3200 years. so that all 3170 years you can live so gloriously. I don't want you to live long. Good people should live long so that they can go on. That's why Bhagavan Rama chose to live 11,000 years. Why? Just to make happy people happy by his own dharmika ruling. अच्छे लोग ज़्यादा दिन जीना चाहिए. So you are such good fellows, live eternally, live long. So, having said so, come to our prayers. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री gurave namaha. Having done this mantra, nowadays we are learning every day one mantra for japa. Japa is repeating the same mantra many a times to develop concentration, to develop devotion, to develop the conservation of energy, creating divine energy. So every day one mantra we are learning. Today's mantra is of Bhagavan Shri Dakshinamurti. Om Shri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. It is said that Bhagavan Lord Shiva only, seated in Kailasa Parvata or Nanda Devi, there, all the Rishi Muni are there at his feet. To him, he does the two things. One, teaches the Brahma Vidya, etc. Second, he sends those Rishis Munis in different disguises, dresses, or forms to this loka of human or the other to guide the masses here toward the good life and spiritual life. So, Bhagavan Shiva as a teacher is Dakshinamurti. As a Dakshinamurti, he goes on teaching to the Rishi Muni, then he appoints them. Like teacher training institutes you have. Then they come to schools and they teach those subjects to children. So too the teacher training institution run by Bhagavan Shiva when he takes the Dakshinamurti Rupa. Then those rishis like that, you see, every century, all over the world, every decade. You will have in every religion, there are some Mahatmas, some speakers, some spiritual great people guiding the masses. In them, these rishis, Amsha enters, and through them, the dharma is sustained, the spirituality is sustained, the cultures are sustained, mainly the humanity is sustained. So, who teaches all of them is Bhagavan Sri Dakshinamurti. Wonderful, divine, powerful God. He is very much there. You can have him in the darshan also. If you do daily stotras, pujas, and all of them, you have got Dakshinamurti stotrams, Dakshinamurti ashtakams, Dakshinamurti ashtotra satanama, so many. So we are only learning or chanting his name. Om Shri Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Because his guru will add Sadgurave Namaha. Okay, that will be better. Om Shri Dakshina Murti Sadguru Devaya Namaha. That is a mantra for you. He is a guru also, he is a devata also. Okay. Murti Sadguru Devaya. See, name is what? Om. Om is first name of the Lord. Om Shri is the all rich and loving and kind. Dakshinamurti is the expression of Lord Shiva. Sadguru is a teacher. Deva is a God, is a protector also. My salutations to him. Om Shri Dakshinamurti Sadguru Devaya Namaha. Okay, that will be very powerful. 27 times today, 81 times you will do during the day. Make it 108, keep a target of 1,08,000 minimum. Then take your own time to complete it. So till now, I think we have discussed 11 mantras or so. So maybe 18 or 21 I will share with you. Then I will shift to some other shloka teaching. Maybe Subhashitams or any Veda mantra or maybe Geetha shlokas only we may by heart. Let's see what Lord wants. All idea is, my dear children should be tuned to divine. Divinity should bless, protect them so that they become successful for their life, contribution to the entire world. This is a pure intention. Other than this, there is nothing. What do we want, sannyasis? Kuch nahi, bas we are in our own sadhana paramatma. We know the limitations of everything of the world, so we want nothing. We only want to be seeing our world to be beautiful, made by you, the great youngsters. And all these things, not only you learn and practice, somehow see to it that they're passed on to your next generations, all of them. Thus, let the steady discussion, culture of scriptures and knowledge and the right way of living is going on, giving to the next generation by passing. Your earlier generation, before that, they didn't pass it to them because of their busyness of study, earning money, and settling. Therefore, many of your parents, elders, that not that much of these things they know. They are vichitra people. They are not very smart, intelligent like you to strike balance between worldly life and spirituality, nor they are like their elders where they were maintaining the stand of life of values and spirituality. ये बीच वाले हैं ये जो 35 और 50 के बीच में है Vichitram. So you are now young, 14 to 30. So your job is not only to learn them and keep on passing. And you will do that, I know it. When you try, we know the benefits of it. I need not say you yourself do that. Anyway. So Om Shri Dakshinamurti Sadguru Devaya Namaha. 27 times with all devotion. Dakshinamurti seated under the Vatavruksha, and near him are the Rishi Muni seated, and he is teaching them in that beautiful Jnana Mudra. Keep that picture. See, that is what Dakshinamurti last. Upar. तो उनका आप स्मरण करते हुए ध्यान करना. थैंक यू. स्टार्ट. ओम श्री दक्षिणामूर्ति सद्गुरुदेवाय नमः. 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 May Bhagavan Sri Dakshinamurti bless all this great audience of this Geetha and Shastra with best of the wisdoms. निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ओम नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. चित्रं वटतरोर्मूले वृद्धा शिष्याः गुरुर्युवा गुरोस्तु मौनं व्याख्यानं शिष्यास्तु छिन्न संशयाः. The uniqueness in Bhagavan Dakshinamurti, my dear friends, I felt it is incomplete if I don't share this with you. He is very young. All his disciples are very, very old. This is one interesting thing. Second is what? Very interesting. They are in silence, not asking any question. And he in silence, not uttering any answer. Yet in silence he was answering, and all the doubts, questions of these disciples were getting dispelled. This is the highest level of communication between a teacher and taught. That much they are tuned to him and he is tuned to them. Guroho tu maunam vyakhyanam. Guru is speaking in silence. He is eloquently silent. Silently is eloquent. Shishyaha chinna samshayaha. But they are getting all their samshayas, doubts, questions, chinna, chedanam and removed. This is a uniqueness of Bhagavan Dakshinamurti. This one Bhagavan Shiva is Dakshinamurti. If you can hold on throughout your life with devotion and all this upasana, I am sure in every walk of your life, whatever wisdom is required, also the spiritual wisdom, he will bestow upon you. Because Nidaye Sarva Vidyana. He is the Lord of all Vidyas. Therefore, definitely it will be a great thing for you. Hmm. No, no, don't do all this. This is a different field. It's not yours. Mhm. Mm. Mm. Let us do now our common sense thought discussion. Not very difficult to understand. You all have such a wisdom. What to talk about common sense? Common sense level you have transcended long back. You are a master of it. So, the thought for the day after our Dakshinamurti mantra ucharana. Some people send all this nonsense. Mhm. It's so simple it is. Questions I'll ask you, I will only answer. I'll put it in my own way. As if I am addressing myself, not you. First question I'm asking. You ask yourself. Am I perfect? The answer I give is no. There's no doubt about it. Therefore, do you commit mistakes? Yeah, plenty. Do you want the people to punish you violently? No, 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 no. What do you want them to do for you for your mistakes and all? Forgive, give chances. Is it not? Yeah, in the same way, anybody around us, when they commit mistakes, know that they are doing it under the influence of some misunderstanding, some ignorance, some ego, some selfishness. So, protect yourself, first of all, it is your right. Secondly, if at all that person is under your command, try to tell him the reasons. But in every case, what you have to learn is the art of ability to forgive, give them the chance. More than all that, because of the mistakes or troubles given by others to us, listen the next sentence very careful. Don't become violent. Don't become restless inside, violent outside, and thus contribute to the calmness and peace of the universe, not to the violence. Already the world is so violent. You are seeing every day there are bombings going on, blasts are going on. In ethereal, subtle world, though, it's now violent. Hey, people are even on the name of religion want to destroy others and all. Do you want to add to that violence or peace? Think of it. If you want to be the leaders in a big way, global and all, you have to think that way, big way and globally and subtly also. That starts from here. As we do mistakes and want others to forgive and give a chance, and don't want others to become violently punishing us. Is it not? मिस्टेक किया पापा मम्मी डांट रहे तो आपको अच्छा नहीं लगता क्षमा करो whether the parents do it or not, let us do it toward the people who trouble us. If there are bigger mistakes and lot of things, then do what is to be done legally and according to scriptures. That's okay. Goes without saying that common sense I need not teach you. But in other case, I have don't hold on to somebody's mistakes and create violence outside, hatred inside, and spoil all your mind, mood, and your pursuit of the goal. So, by becoming very angry and all, don't add to the violence of the world. My point is this today. Because youngsters are the ones, if they are not careful and matured in all aspects, They not only destroy their life, they make the parents miserable, whole society also. See, because of the anger, beating each other, hitting each other, schools may, colleges may, are they not happening? How frequently they are all? Why a small little issue only? See that news 2 days back. Youngster, I think, youngster, कार में टैक्सी में इन यूएस ज़्यादा यूएस में ये सब होते हैं इंडिया में भी आ रहे देन द ड्राइवर स्टॉप्ड द कार देन ही सेड वहाँ तक छोड़ो फॉर सम रीजन द ड्राइवर सेड आई कांट दिस fellow immediately took out the pistol and shot him. He is justifying that it's not my mistake. He did not listen to me. They are finished. He deserves it. What a violence it is. अरे उसके माँ बाप बच्चे हैं मार दिया इसे नो वैल्यू फॉर लाइफ हाउ वायलेंट द माइंड इज Please, I am telling you, 1970s to 85, 65, these 20 years, whatever beautiful in your own language, movies are there where the values are taught, devotions are taught, those things you watch. Stop watching or Indian or foreigner, all the violence creating action movies. Your mind will become like that. You will stop responding to the world. You will only live life of reaction with violence. You can never have peace within you. You can never have peace to others given. That will be life is vast. Do you want to be like that? See the love of Bhagavan. How much of our creating, how much nonsense. Yet silently protects us, he saves us, he guides us, he forgives us, and goes on giving what we need. Learn from the Lord like that. So therefore, what is the common sense thought? I am not perfect, I do mistake, others I want to forgive me and not becoming violent towards me. So too when others do mistake, love them, forgive them. See to it that the violent reactions are not done to spoil the entire thing. Enough of the violence in the world everywhere. Let us not be contributors to the violence. Let us be the contributors for the love, for the peace, practically, not only theory. Is it not? Being youngster, prone for all the reactions and violence, yet if you have curbed that and responded instead of reactions, you are going to be a great leader whom everybody will be look up to. What beautiful, glorious that life would be. Instead of that, for everything reacting violently at home, at the school, college, on the road. Somebody crossed the thing, थोड़ा खरोच लगा आपकी गाड़ी को. So violent, get down and beat him and all. अरे यार, he's a human being living. He will do another some little damage to the vehicle happen. थोड़ा ही उसके लिए उतना भड़क गए. इतना ही है your patience. इतना ही है common sense. That's all. That's all. Worse than animals. Please remember it. Okay. Have common sense not to add to violence. Just respond, don't react. Yeah, thank you. Now come to Bhagavad Gita, our most divine mother. We rest, salute at her feet, salute to Lord Krishna who gave, salutations to Lord Vyasa who has written it in our Mahabharata Itihasa for us. In Mahabharata, in the Bhishma Parva from 25 to 42 chapters, these 18 chapters is Bhagavad Gita. Okay, Bhagavad Gita is this. Narayana Hari, Narayana Hari. We are seeing Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3. Okay, and in that we are seeing the shlokas 36 onwards. The theme is what makes one individual or group commit sins. Individually also, by group also, they are doing sins, after which immediately to they trouble others, subsequently they destroy themselves. Anichannapi balad niyojita. So become more single pointed towards yourself and look into yourself and feel this question. Why I am committing sins even though I don't want and I should not? Something is forcing me. What is the devil forcing me from within? So the answer was kamaha, desire. So we exhaustively explained yesterday the objects of desirable objects are less, people are more, therefore desire definitely disappoints us. Second thing we discussed was It is not the desire for objects or people we want, we have the desire of the sukha or happiness. Then we said, in the objects and people, the happiness is not there. Then where is happiness? By the example of sleep, we said, it is in your own self. When you know it, you become spiritual. That is big topic that I later on develop in the subsequent chapters. It will come. Okay. Then thereafter we discussed about the what is said in Geetha. Bhagavan's answer, Kama Esha Krodha Esha Rajoguna Samudbhavaha. We discussed about Maha Ashanaha. This is a very important point. By fulfilling desires, we are not going to end desires. It is like quenching the fire by adding kerosene petrol to that. Keep this point. Yati Raja's example I gave you. And we all are our own examples. And then when the number of desires grow and they cross the limit of desire to strong, that insistence and obstination, and when we don't have resources to fulfill them, then we adopt the wrong means, beg, borrow, steal. They are called sins. That is why Mahapapma, it makes us do lot of the papa. Desires make us do papa. This was discussed yesterday. Then we also pondered upon the genesis of the desire. It is the disease of the mind. Like me, my mind, when there is a sense of incompleteness, then to fulfill that incompleteness, I get the sankalpa or desire. And that desire for which object or all that depends on what negative samskar I have or what are the things I see. This is how the desire is generated in us. This topic also we discussed yesterday. Okay. Then we have come to the Mahashano Mahapapma. The last topic was Vidhi Enam Iha Vairinam. So that's what today's title is. Know your own inner enemy. Understand him. And be wise to learn all the techniques, have all the weapons to defeat your own inner enemy. Okay. Today we'll talk two, three things. Addition to them, what we have done so far. Does it mean, Swamiji, कि how can we live life without desires? It is impossible. No. आपको तो पूछना चाहिए प्रश्न. Therefore, the answer is yes, beta. You can't totally eliminate desires overnight. But without controlling desires also, you will be doing all the sin, put in behind the bars or will be punished by others. Then what to do? The two things. One is what? There are some noble desires. Desires allowed for your identity, etc. धार्मिक कामनाएं कहते हैं उनको. The right yes desires. You can have them. Like गीता में कहते हैं भगवान ही 7th chapter धर्म अविरुद्ध भूतेषु कामः अस्मि भरतर्षभ. According to my own position, dharma, I can have some desires. That is not wrong. It's okay. Like you are a student. So you have to have that desire of your teacher teaching you good subject properly. That is not wrong. Then you want to have good studies, then you can ask the parents. If they afford, they can give you good college education. Good, there's nothing wrong in that. It is a dharmic desire. Like fundamental rights we talk in the constitution, they're all desires only, but it's okay, they are allowed. So the basic things are what? Desire to survive. Okay, desire to be comfortable, desire not to be troubled by others. These are all okay. So roti, kapda or makan wala desire is allowed. But in each of them, when you become greedy, go beyond limits, then to procure them, obviously, you don't have resources, again you commit sins. So not that every desire is ignorable and you have to live or die without desire. ऐसी बात नहीं. There are some dharmika desire. Even for all varna and all ashrama, some are allowed. You can go through that. Nothing wrong in desiring to have a tasty food. But only for the taste you eat, and that also without taking care of your health, and also grabbing it from others, that all becomes sin. So I have money, I have a desire to have something, I bought it and ate it. Utna allowed hai. But money is not there, desires are more to fulfill that I harm others, etc. It is wrong. So to desire to have taste if it is okay, but for the sake of taste, you spoil your health and all, then the desire has limited, crossed its limit, therefore it troubles us. Therefore, when the desire comes, instead of infinitely jumping, is it correct for me? Is it worthy of me to have it? This thinking, if I do and adjust myself, then I can protect myself from too much indulgence in the desires and committing sin. Like the desire for sugar or sweet comes to a diabetic patient. आ जाता है वो. Now, if you take that your health is spoiled, your low kidneys and pancreas, all of them destroyed, for the sake of this fulfillment of desire called sweet, do you want to spoil your entire life and die halfway? That person should think and he should know. I got diabetes 3 years back. Now I'm 60. So 57 years तक मैं खाता गया पीता गया sweet बहुत खाया. In fact, a quota was allotted to you. By the age of 57, you have finished it. Your Bhagavan Santa have this diabetes, stop eating sweets. So if I have common sense and I enjoyed it, now I don't need to. Then the disease came. Living life is better, is nobler than dying with the disease by consuming the excessive sugar. If he has got that wisdom, he can curb it, he can control it. Is it not? Some places where you are careful about it, it is dharma or not, if it is allowed or not, you have to be very careful. And overnight to you youngsters, all desire pura eliminate karo. I'm not a fool to suggest you like that. I tell at least don't exceed the limits. One point. Second is don't be under the influence of desire so much that you commit the sins, etc. or destroy your life. They want the desire to watch TV. A good program you see, and entertainment is there, a football going on. They all teach you the skills and all. There's no harm. What I mean is, any desire when it spoils your mind, it destroys your career, takes away your energy, makes you commit the sin, makes you bend your head down in front of others out of humiliation. These are all have to be protected. You have to be careful about that. So the main point is adharmika desire you should not have. Dharmika desire is that which you deserve to have. So desire of survival, desire of good dress, food is okay. But greedy bankar paap bhi nahi karna. Don't become slave to that desire. So when you have the desire to eat Pani eat, but not 20, 30, 40 that you get loose motion. And not every day also. Like that, we have to slowly see to it that we don't come under the influence of desire to become their slave and give up dharma and give up our all opportunities, give up our abilities, give up all our goals, pursuit. लोग ऐसे कर रहे हैं youngsters. You think in your own life in one day's time. सुबह उठकर early morning 9 o'clock you get up, let us say. Am I too early? चलो ठीक है 11 बजे. Then till रात 2 बजे उल्लू की तरह जागते रहते हो. तो 11 11 हाँ, इतने हो गए 12 घंटे और 3 घंटे 15. In that 15 घंटा, how many desires you had in mind ran to fulfill them because of which our time is wasted, energy is wasted. You have not worked for your goal. ये अपनी जिंदगी है बेटा, खुद को सोचना है. Are you not human beings? दिमाग नहीं है? और वी आर नॉट एनिमल, वी आर नॉट राक्षसास. तो कोई भी डिजायर किसी ने भी दिखा दिया और मन में आ गया, देन वेदर इट इज राइट यस और रॉन्ग, हुक्का और क्रुक आई विल फुलफिल. अरे क्या बोल रहे हो तुम? प्लीज यंगस्टर्स, ऑल द सिंस कमिटेड बाय यू डिस्ट्रॉय योर लाइफ इज बिकॉज ऑफ डिजायर्स ओनली. कामना को नियंत्रण करना. All, every desire which limits, kamana is eat, desire for eating, desire for grooming with the friends, desire of the self and all, desire of lust and passion. Every one of them, they have their own right time, they have their own right quantity. At the time of student life, you have to study only. If you allow desires to overpower you, you can never study and get good job. Satyanash. And whoever have become great IAS officers and all, they curbed their desire, therefore they became. After becoming also, if they control themselves, then only they go on excelling and reach to highest position. Anywhere they succumb to desire, they lose their power, their position, their charm, their ability. Everything is lost. देखो, when you keep away desires and work for the goals, from nowhere to the highest level you can reach. Same time, having reached there, instead of continuing your righteous life, if you allow the desires to creep in from such a topmost position, you topple down. और जितने ऊपर से नीचे गिरते हो उतना चोट ज्यादा लगता है, दर्द ज्यादा होता है. This is one thing we said. Now, second is interesting word. Desire you must have. As I told you, desires which you deserve, I told you. धार्मिक डिजायरों को हलो किया है वो बता दिया. Now, second point we are discussing, desires you must have, but not the ignoble destroying, but the noble ones. Here the very important thing. Give direction to the desire. I'll give you two, three tips. One, instead of selfish desire, let us have the selfless desire. Instead of the gross desire, let us have the subtle desires. Instead of unholy, let us have the noble desires. So you have to go out of the house. That is a desire. Where to go? You can both go to a club or playing cards or drinking and all. You can go to a temple also. वो भी desire है. है ना? You can go to a scientific exhibition also. You can go to some place where some inspiration talent is given to you. अब देखो वो तबाह करेगा ये आपको हेल्प करेगा. So giving direction to the desire, making them noble is one way of encashing the desire for positive result. After all, every contributor of the world contributed only because of desire and powerful desire. You take the examples of scientists. Somebody discovered the bulb, whoever he may be. Lord made him discover. It was a strong desire in him that I have to discover that instrument which will glow. It is a desire, and he 27 years he worked for it. Edison and all, whoever they may be. 27 he went on working because of prompting of the desire, but it was not an ignoble desire. It's a noble one. That one fellow has illuminated the houses of crores and crores of people is going on. So, desire for knowledge, desire for devotion, desire for service, desire to contribute. ये सब भी desire ही है. These are all noble desire, they are all. Make them. See, I want to eat, desire. Let me share this food with others, that also desire. That is noble one. Giving channelization or a direction to the desire works wonders. Therefore, that is the desire which destroys us, which is selfish, which is beyond our own desirability, in which we will be forced to commit the sins, then we will be punished. इसके बजाय डायरेक्शन दे देना उसको. I give you few examples. Think about it more and more. So, desire to sleep, lazy fellow. Another desire to make 10 plants in your house. है ना? अलग अलग तरह के 10 गमलों का मैं संभालूंगा. Water them every day. It is not an ignoble desire. It's a desire. But you made it, and the plants have come with beautiful leaves and flowers, giving you your oxygen and what shade. कितना बढ़िया रहेगा. How beautiful it is, you tell me? Is it not a good desire? Desire, let me keep my room neat and clean and tidy. ये बढ़िया बात है. Anything, the desire to help the poor people by giving them some food, etc. ये सारे जो सेवा रूपी डिजायर है, भक्ति रूपी डिजायर है, टैलेंट्स डेवलप करने वाला डिजायर है, डेवलप द टैलेंट्स यूजिंग फॉर द सोसाइटी वाला डिजायर, दे आर ऑल डिजायर बट दे आर ऑल नोबल, दे आर रिक्वायर्ड इन फैक्ट. Therefore, the force of desire, if the desire is negative, as much it is destructive. The force of the desire, if it is positive, that much it is useful. Dekho, the freedom fighters, they sacrifice their lives. For what? For a strong desire. What is the strong desire? My motherland, Bharata Mata, should be freed from the stupid fellows of all these who are molesting and spoiling every resource and culture and tradition. Yesterday I was seeing that football, the Dutch, Poland, Portuguese. I was wondering those नालायक लोग, they are ना के डब्बा size only. पूरा मिलकर वो लोग दिल्ली में 1/10 भी नहीं होते हैं. How could they conquer our own nation? How much is their population? हम सब थूकते हैं तो उस पानी में वो बह जाते हैं वो लोग. That much we were desire oriented, the kings. Therefore, they got divided and they allowed them to conquer, along with weaponry and all that, their crookedness, cruelness. Please remember, protect your Bharat Mata for every, by all means and your efforts. Neither the culture, tradition, nor the borders should be troubled by anyone. See how our great Prime Minister is working. All of them, the Army, Chief, Air Force, Navy, sorry, these NSGs and all, for the protection and integration of the nation, how much they are working. Observe it. It is relentless, it is tireless. भारत माता का गौरव अभिमान को रक्षा करने के लिए. And within the country only many are there who defame our nation for their own selfishness. See, to make my nation proud, is it not desire? It's a noble one. Noble desire. Economically, our nation should forefront में होना है. Technologically, should be in forefront. More than that, integrating the entire globe, all nations. We are one family. Let us share with each other whatever we have. Let us live together. Allow others. See that G7, G20 summit में what our PM said. Only one sentence. 3 or 10 minutes. It is not the time of war or quarrel. It is the time for us to grow together. Noble desire it is. Now that's made him the head of the G20. Let us see using that G20 leadership. The PM and the resources, many saints are guiding from within and up above. All of them put together through him. If you can bring the global togetherness and peace, dropping all the barriers of the continents or the nations or directions, सब एक ही है. अगर ऐसा वाला ला पाते हैं ना, तो एटलीस्ट फॉर फ्यू डिकेड्स अगेन विल बी इन peace and prosperity and plenitude and happiness. Again, कोई Hitler, Mussolini, Nazi, they all will come again, they destroy. Oh, up and down होते रहता है. Question is what? When I am on the globe, given a chance, am I integrating the world or disintegrating? I am, because of my ignoble desire, destroying the total, or because of the noble desire, I am supporting. That is the main criteria. I am not going to be permanent. But as long as I am there, what is my contribution? See the noble desires, you know, desire to learn Gita. It's also desire, but the result, ये अच्छे अच्छे डिजायर तो नहीं होते. हमको खाने का डिजायर, ज्यादा खाने का डिजायर, तबीयत खराब, पैसे खराब, देन घूमते रहने का डिजायर, देन एनर्जी इज गॉन, देन यू कांट वर्क फॉर योर स्टडी और योर जॉब. देखो नेक्स्ट से निद्रा वाला डिजायर, ऐसे बुद्धू खोचू सोते रहते. The desires of lust and passion and all, corrupting our mind to such an extent, losing all disciplines and all types of cultures and tradition. आपने दिमाग को क्या कहते हैं ना, कैंसरस बना के रखा है हमने, खोखला बना कर रखा है, because allowing the virus of desire so much. Calm, desire. Every object of all, every advertisement is only to destroy our mind. But we youngsters, innocent, nobody to guide us. If somebody guides, we are not ready to go and learn. And allowing our mind to be corrected by so many desires from outer world, and when they have become so stronger to fulfill them, there's no time, energy, resources, then do all the negative papa and punished. You know what is the sin? That by which you punish yourself. That's how when I do something wrong, immediately I'm punished because I feel regretted and guilty. Sin is always in reaction. The reaction is in your own mind. Arey yaar, why did I do? If these two questions remain in life, at the end of life, our life is wasted. The two questions are, why did not I avoid bad? Second, why did not I do the good? If these two questions are unanswered, life is destroyed or wasted. Kimahagam sadhu na akaravam, kimahagam papam akaravamiti. This is a sentence in Upanishad. मैंने इतने बुराइयां क्यों की? How many times I felt regretted, guilty, insulted by others, demoted and all. Every time I could have improved myself and dropped that non-positive doing. Why did I continue? Same way, how many times opportunities came? Why didn't I do good do? If the questions are there, your life is failure. Do you want to be failure like that? And what is that which makes us not to do the good and do the bad? Desire. कामयेश क्रोधयेश रजोगुण समुद्भव महा अशनः महापाप्मा विद्येनमिह वैरिण. This is the biggest of the enemy. Okay? Now already we saw in 60 to 63 श्लोका. उसको और एक श्लोक ऐड करके I will give you another tip. Then we go to the shloka next one. Today we have not chanted anything. I know, I remember that. So, what is that thing is what? Ki, as it was said, dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangasteshu vajayate sangat sanjayate kamaha. So, the desire starts from sankalpa. If the sankalpa is positive divine, then desire is positive. If the sankalpa is negative, then the desire is negative. So, at the sankalpa level, be careful. Sankalpa is a thought. So that great saint says in one of the texts, Kama janami te moolam. Oh desire, now I understood your moola, from where you are coming, your root. What is that? Sankalpat kila jayase tvam kila. You are born from the sankalpa. Therefore, natvam sankalpa yishyami. I am taking a vow of not doing any sankalpa. Tena mena bhavishyasi. Then you will not come to destroy me. See? बैठे बैठे मन में संकल्प आ गया. नेगेटिव डिजायर का है, डिजायर नेगेटिव वाला है, slowly it becomes desire. Go on having positive sankalpa, then positive desires come. This is one tip. Sankalpat tvami jayase na tvam sankalpayishyami tena mena bhavishyasi. Now this is all the discussion of last 3 days is to a person who is at the level of Arjuna, who recognizes that he is doing wrong and he doesn't want know what is the reason. He wants to know the reason and come out of it. That much humanity, maturity, dignity, nobility, the one who has got, to them all these answers, to him all these tips. The fellow is like a Rakshasa, filled his heart with so many desires and doing every nonsense of the world. वो इधर आएगा कहाँ? And you and I coming to class, if this lesson is not learnt, and if we are in the company of those people, slowly we from A grade to B grade to C grade, we get D grade. Be careful. Now, last thought is what? Another thing which destroys our mind by inculcating desires is today's world of media. Media means the world of all high technology now. So to your own friend circle. Anyone who is creating noble desires of study, career, nation, pride, and all our culture tradition, that good friend is good. Friend is good. The one who is creating negative desires in you is a big number enemy. And you also don't spoil others' mind by inculcating the enemies called desires in their mind. Give only noble ideas like that, in this world of materialism upsurging in such a fast manner, creating millions of desires in everyone, creating calamity and catastrophe of mutual destruction. You and I, what you can do, mutually help each other at our own smallest level. In my circle of 10 people, I will only share noble desires. I'll take from them also noble, not ignoble. ऐसे ना एक एक दो दो तीन तीन हम अपने आप को बचाते जाना है. Thus gather our strength of positive sankalpa and desire and defeat all the non-positive or negative. Is there any other way, batao? And do you want to learn this subject in this way exhaustively? Protect yourself? Or no, Swami, I don't know, desires will come, I will fulfill them, hook or crook, and I'll go to only those people who increase desires in me, and I'll destroy all the money, I'll trouble my parents also, then I'll cheat the government, everything I do for fulfilling my desire, I'll be like a Rakshasa. Ab main kya karu if this is your thought? Nobody can do it. And some of the thoughts which need not be, cannot be shared here. You are wise enough nowadays. You think about it. Don't imagine कि स्वामी जी ने ये थोड़ा कुछ चीज़ें नहीं बताया. सब जानते हैं लेकिन कुछ बताना नहीं चाहते. Because hint is given to समझदार, he will understand. You know, mainly for the youngsters, the desire for the opposite gender is the most dangerous. Why youngsters? It's everybody, anybody. Only through bhakti and jnanam, the one who conquers it is free. Otherwise, everybody is victim of it for lives together, because that is what Bhagavan is put for continuation of the generation or progeny. But for you all also, there is a limit. There is a time. Don't become slave. Get married, live a good, noble life with your wife or husband, enjoying that married life. If that common sense, if that care is not taken, it was in the Western world. Now it has come. The Indian tradition is what I told you in Geetha, Arjun के बाद में बताते हुए, everybody except wife is mother. Wife also is mother when she gives food. This is Indian thought. Stick to this. Then you will never be overpowered by the lust to commit all the crimes which youngsters are doing nowadays, inviting such a punishment for themselves the whole life, so to the parents and everybody around. ये तो तुम्हारे हाथ में बेटा. अपने आप को ये लस्ट एंड पैशन से बचा के रखना. You will have your own time for that. When you are settled in your study and job, and look for a good, person, your own partner of life, and go traditionally married, you enjoy. It was going on. Suddenly, because of the name of freedom or any nonsenses, every rules, regulations are broken. The life is destroyed. अब ऐसा है कि हर एक के आंखों में कामना है, मन में कामना है, lust and passion. The lives are so getting destroyed. Is that the culture? Is the traditional? Even animals are better. They have only season. During the season only they meet or mate and all. But human being, na din, na raat, na season, na kuch. What nonsense it is. That too much deluded we are in. We have nobody to guide, or we are not ready to take guidance. Is it not? Think about it. So such things I didn't share exhaustively, but you understand it. Little bit given, you apply it everywhere. Now come to this shloka 38. This little bit we touch today, explanation will give tomorrow. Here Bhagavan says, the thing which makes a man perfect in his outer and inner achievements is knowledge. Knowledge is basic right of every human being, and every being is capable of the required knowledge. But then this knowledge, gained or ungained, be attentive, is covered by this desire, because of which the knowledge is not becoming functional to help us. This knowledge is covered by the desire in three ways. So, three examples are given. In those three examples, the covering desire, with little effort, with more effort, with most effort, it can be eliminated. This is how is the shloka. I'll chant it today and explain to you tomorrow. And three, four more shlokas are there. Have patience and have the desire to listen, desire to learn, because the desire is noble. I am also having the desire only to teach you. This is a noble thing. That way, let us help each other, learn from each other, and make lives beautiful. So let us chant the verse 38. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Shri Geetha Sharanam Mama Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Tritiyodyayah Karma Yogaha Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Ata Ashtatrimsha Shlokaha. The shloka is Dhumena Avriyate Vahnihi Yatha Adarsho Malena Cha Yatha Ulbena Avrutah Garbha Tatha Tena Idam Avrutam. Idam is explained in the next shloka. Okay. Dhome navriyate vahni, sorry. धूमेनाव्रियते वह्निः धूमेनाव्रियते वह्निः यथादर्शो मलेन च यथादर्शो मलेन च यथोल्बेनावृतो गर्भः यथोल्बेनावृतो गर्भः तथा तेनेदमावृतं तथा तेनेदमावृतम् अगेन धूमेनाव्रियते वह्निः धूमेनाव्रियते वह्निः यथादर्शो मलेन च यथादर्शो मलेन च यथोल्बेनावृतो गर्भः यथोल्बेनावृतो गर्भः तथा तेनेदमावृतो तथा तेनेदमावृतो. So far, how the desire troubles destroys us, makes us commit the sin, it is said. It is explained. Now, how the desire functions, where it is its quarters, and also how we have to tackle them and conquer them. These are the topics to be discussed. One of them is this one. धूमेनाव्रियते वह्निः यथादर्शो मलेन च यथोल्बेनावृतो गर्भः तथा तेनेदमावृतम् तेन idam tena kamena idam jnanam avrutam. So I'll just give you a hint for you to do homework. See the fire covered by the smoke, ash. Is it not? Dhuma is smoke or that ash above it. Then second is the mirror is covered by the dirt or dust on it. Third one is the fetus in the womb. Three examples are given. Sattvic, Rasic, Tamasic desires and all too big. All those exhaustive detail I will not give you, but simple. You can see how much effort is required for removing the covering of the fire called as the smoke, so that the fire comes to expression. Oof! ऐसा कर दो, the smoke is gone, fire is available for you. One example. So there are some desires with little uff करो तो निकल जाते हैं, revealing the fire. Fire is the knowledge, because the knowledge is the one which is covered by the desire, and then we are ineffective to gain the knowledge or to use the existing knowledge. तो ज्ञानी के लिए काम कामना शत्रु है. That is the main theme of this entire topic. ज्ञान पाने के लिए, ज्ञान उपयोग करने के लिए. To gain knowledge when you are students, to use knowledge when you have learned later on, the desire is the problem which never allows. Three examples में first one वैसा. Second one is mirror covered by the dust. उफ करो तो जाता नहीं हो. You have to add water or mirror cleaner and ragdo. The mirror in your own washroom, when you don't clean it every day, all your shaving, your toothpaste, everything उसके ऊपर गिरता है. Sometime when you park your car, scooter outside, these birds come and do every nonsense. Then पानी डाल के रगड़. Second type of desires are little deeper. More effort you have to put to rise above them. We'll discuss all that tomorrow. Third is what? Ulpena avrita garva. Like the fetus in the womb of mother. खींचोगे तो वो आएगा नहीं. It will be abortional. You have to only wait for the time 9 months. 9 months, 9 days and 10 hours something. You can't do anything except waiting patiently, taking the care required. Because if that womb, the fetus is aborted or done something else wrong, the child will die, mother also will die. So there are some deep desires carried from many, many lives. So unko patiently, with the help of the doctor called as the gurus, the shastras, we have to eliminate them. So there the ulvena garbha avrutaha, the fetus covered by the womb. So the fetus is the jnanam there, and the womb is called as the kamana, comparison. Jnanam covered by kavana. So the jnanam is mirror, the desire is the dust on that. So the jnanam is the fire, the smoke is the dust. Clear? And for this, so much of effort you have to put. Some desire that were so strong, lives together they chase us. सम ऑफ देम थोड़ा मेहनत लगाओ चला जाता है, कुछ तो उफ करो निकल जाता है। देखो उफ करके निकालने वालों को उफ करके निकालो। सम डिजायर्स, इज इट नॉट? एंड पॉजिटिव also भी ऐसा होना चाहिए। द पॉजिटिव डिजायर इफ इट इज लाइक स्मोक ऑन द फायर इट वोंट हेल्प यू। It should be like the womb in the fetus in the womb. Like your desire to come to Geetha is like a smoke on the fire. Somebody said, "Uff, क्या जाते हो गीता सुनने को? स्वामी को काम धंधा नहीं है." वो बोलते, that is enough for it to take you away from classes. It should be like the Ulben Avrita. No, Swamiji is committed. He's already conducted 72 classes, 73. To third chapter is in. He is committed for all the 18 chapters. It may run into 150, 200 days. I don't know. But I am learning. At every cost, I listen to his classes. If not online live, otherwise also offline, I will listen. If your desire is so strong, nobody can disturb you to come and listen to Geeta and learn from it. देखो नॉन पॉजिटिव वाले ऐसा होना चाहिए, पॉजिटिव ऐसा होना चाहिए। Clear? More details will be given to you tomorrow. Okay. So today the shloka of Gita is Dhumena vriyate vahnihi yatha darsho malena cha yatholbena vruto garbhaha tatha tene damavrutam. Some of you youngsters can listen these 4 days talks. Next 2 3 days also can make a big article also. The desire management, the desire transcendence, the desire conquering, the rising above the desires, मेकिंग द डिजायर फ्रॉम इग्नोबल टू द नोबल। ऐसे कोई टाइटल सब हेडिंग्स देकर यू कैन ब्रिंग आउट अ बुक nicely of 15 20 pages. It will be very helpful. Freedom is given to you, no copyrights, nothing. तुम ही बनाओ किताब, तुम ही छपवा लो, तुम ही बेचो, तुम ही पैसे ले लो, मैनू नहीं चाहिए थी। My job is only to share with you. Today's thought of Gita is this. Common sense thought is what? As you expect others to forgive, forgive others. Don't add to the violence of the world. Clear? And in the mantra, Om Sri Dakshinamurti Sadguru Devaya Namaha. Thank you. See you tomorrow to continue this topic. God bless you all, my children. You are so wonderful. So you are divine. Such a great ones you are, that the Lord is blessed me by sending you to these classes. I pray continuously, incessantly, intensely, regularly for your well being and success outside and inside in all your noble fields. May all my prayers, tapasyas, be spent for your own noble, glorious life. That full hope I have on you. And my lots of love, wishes eternally go with you. Continue this noble pursuit. Be the special person without feeling any speciality. May you all do so. Thank you. Don't know all these typings. Tell. And tell your parents, elders, for all other talks in English, they're all Hindi भी बहुत है, तेलुगु के भी है, तो let them make benefit.